There is a word people use now when they want to shut a door and still feel noble about it: boundaries. The checkpoint is not against boundaries, but the checkpoint has learned to open the luggage first. A real boundary sounds like clarity. It sounds like someone who knows where they end and another person begins. But what the checkpoint keeps finding at the line is something else: hurt, dressed up, given a clean name, waved through as self-care. You told someone you were setting a boundary, but what you were really doing was making them feel the distance you felt first. That is not protection. That is punishment with a permission slip. And the permission slip is what makes it so hard to catch. Because the language sounds right. The words come from the right books. The friends nod. The internet agrees. But the checkpoint does not read the label. The checkpoint reads the weight. Here is the real issue. When the boundary was set, were you calmer after, or were you satisfied? Calm is what protection feels like. Satisfaction is what revenge feels like. That difference is everything, and almost nobody checks. Because checking means admitting the boundary might not be clean. And if the boundary is not clean, then you are not the one who was wronged. You are the one who is still wounded and swinging from the wound. The checkpoint has watched this pattern cross the station for years. Someone gets hurt. The hurt does not get named. Weeks pass, months. Then one day the word arrives: boundary. And it sounds so composed, so adult. But underneath it, underneath the calm voice and the rehearsed speech, there is a fist. Think about that for a moment. A boundary built from hurt does not protect you. It isolates you. It keeps the other person out. Yes, but it also keeps the wound in. Now there is no one close enough to see it, and you call that healing. The checkpoint is not telling you to drop your guard. Some boundaries are real. Some doors should stay closed. The checkpoint has waived clean passes before and will again. But this one, the one built in the hour after you got hurt and never told anyone what it really felt like, this one, the checkpoint needs to open because the pattern is always the same. First, the wound, then the silence, then the policy. And the policy sounds like growth, but it is just the wound wearing a lanyard. The checkpoint knows this is not comfortable to hear. You built that boundary with the best thinking you had at the time. That is not failure, that is survival. But survival strategies do not always age into wisdom. Sometimes they just harden into walls. The checkpoint has let this cargo pass before, called it something clean when it was not. That is how the checkpoint learned the difference between a boundary and a barricade. So the next time you set a boundary, do one thing first. Ask what the boundary is protecting, not what it is preventing. If the answer is your peace, let it stand. If the answer is your pride, the checkpoint is telling you to put the luggage down and look inside it. That is why this matters. The ruling. You did not set a boundary. You built a wall and gave it a vocabulary. And the wall is not keeping anyone out. It is keeping you from having to feel what started the whole thing. The checkpoint does not wave that through.